Good evening everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is James and today I am so excited because I'm gonna do another unboxing video, and this time it's gonna be one of our domestic seller. North Shore tropical plants. They are specifically doing rare plants. I placed in the order last week and it took them about 2 days to ship out. So here it is. As you can see that they have this little pamphlet here and just a short care tips of new plants. This is not a sponsor video, so these are all the invoice. That's the invoice. I ordered 3 different Hoyas. So the first one is Hoya Incrassata Variegata, Hoya Minibelle, Hoya Acuta Variegata. So let's see which one is which. So it's very professionally packed, all these little cotton balls, and this is the heat pack, still warm. So it's very nicely insulated. The weather in Toronto is getting a little bit warmer, but it's just not that warm yet. The temperature is anywhere between 10 degrees, so it's still a little bit chilly for plants. So very grateful that they actually do a very nice packaging. Let me just open this up real quick and then I'm going to show you. Can you see that? Can you see that? So these are all the plants that I have in here. It's in this little cup with cloudy cotton cover on the top. Very nicely taped to secure. Alright, so we got it. This is the first Hoya. Do you see the variegation on it? There you go. It's beautiful. This particular Hoya I haven't seen in real life just yet. And I am just making sure that it has some growth point. Because once Hoya doesn't have any good growth point, it can take them forever to actually push out one, or maybe never. Probably they would even push out one in the future. So that's why it's always important to check your plant and make sure that they actually have viable growth point. And pest, of course, but I don't think there's any pests on this one. Yep, and let's see, which one would this be? Too bad, it's black and white, so I can't really see, but I'm gonna put the name down below so that you can know, what this particular Hoya is. Unfortunately, it doesn't really have the, oh no, actually, no, sorry, my apology. It does have this number. It actually does have the number, and this is the Hoya Acuta Variegata. Next one, the 2 cups in here. So I would expect like this plant's gonna be a little bit bigger than the other one, because the other one has only 1 cup to cover it. So let's see. It's a bit tricky to get this out of the cup. Here we have the Hoya Incrassata Variegata. As you can see right here, that the variegation started in the middle of the leaf, and then it goes outwards. This one's a little bit less variegated than the previous one that we saw, and this one is the least. I purposely chose they have multiple ones, but I purposely chose this one just because it has a nice balance out between the variegation and the natural green color so that it can still photosynthesize of the plant, and it has this long stencil here, so in the future, you know, all the new leaf would be growing from here, and in case if you want to propagate or something like that, it would make it a lot easier for me in the future. And obviously this one I don't even need to check for the growth point because it already had like a huge long stencil here, so this is the growth point, right? So root wise, I don't see, I mean, I can't really see any roots in here just yet. Don't know if you could see, but I don't see anything. And yeah, so let's go to the third one, and then we'll see what the third one will look like. Nice. This one's a little bit better. I'm actually more impressed with this one. I guess because of the size of it. We'll see. Okay, no, it's actually false alarm. The other, I don't know. I like them all, I guess. So this one would be the Hoya Minibelle. I hope I pronounced that right. It looks like lady fingers. This Hoya in particular, just because it has that very artsy look to it. If you let it hanging or something, it would make it look really cool. And it doesn't look like, I know that it reminds me of a Hoya Cantiana or the Wayne something. I'll put the name down. It does have the similarity, but this one I would say is a little bit classier. The look that it's giving me, the vibe that it's giving me, it looks a little bit classier than the other two. Not that the other two are not pretty, but this one, the structure is a little bit more well organized. I don't know. So same story here. There's not a lot of roots that you can see. It basically just covered in moss. Alright, so what am I going to do with these three Hoyas? What I'm going to do is that I would not touch them. I'll let them be. I'll just leave them in the moss that they originally came in. And because they obviously have been through shippings and stress and all those sort of things, so it's best not to touch them for at least 2 weeks. And then after 2 weeks, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to put them in a nice Hoya medium that I'm going to make. My medium is very different with everyone else, so it works for me. All of my Hoyas are thriving, so I probably would keep using the same because these Hoyas, I don't see any difference between them and my, you know, the Hoyas in my collection. But yeah, tell me, let me know which one is your favorite, because I don't know, it's really hard to tell. Like these two are kind of similar. These two to me look kind of similar. Yeah. But I guess I prefer this one a little bit better, just because it has more leaves and it looks a little bit bushier rather than this one. This one, the leaf is bigger, but it's a lot less leaf, so that's no fun to it. You know what I mean? This week has been such a busy week for me. I actually just came back from Niagara Falls, Canada side, and I was down there visiting some nurseries. My friends picked me up and showed me some nurseries around. I mean, I showed them where to go because I have no idea where to go, but thanks to them I got really good hunt. Let me show you. There you go. So this is the silver Mamei philodendron. It's beautiful. It was in a tent at this local nurseries, and I mean, it was in a tent. It was like almost in like a glass house kind of thing, and I wasn't sure whether this is for sale or it's just for display. And I came up to the staff and I asked him, and I said, no, it's for sale. And I'm like, oh my god, yes, I would love to take it. I checked the roots. The root is still not the best. It's still being acclimating, but there's some new growth, as in like in the roots. There's, you know, those white tip points in the orange and the pink roots were there. So that's why I decided to give this a go. It was at a very good price point. But yes, if you want to know more about this philodendron, how I got it, I actually posted it on my story on my Instagram, which I'm going to put the name here. If you haven't followed, please consider following me. I put funny stories up there time to time. And I actually just noticed that it actually has a new growth point right here as well. It's a little bit hard to see on the camera. I'm trying to show it. Can you see that? It's still being covered by the leaf cover, which I'm not going to even bother touching it. The soil is a little bit dry, and that's fine. I'm gonna water it maybe tomorrow, maybe in the next 2 days, depends. Definitely I wouldn't use this particular soil. It's not meant to be for philodendron. I don't see, first glance, I don't see any barks in here. I only can see a little bit of cocoa husk, somewhat perlite, and that's it really. I mean, this is not going to do any great for philodendron. I'm going to have to take out all the soil, not the whole lot, just because I don't want to disturb the roots so much. And whatever the main or loose soil is, I'm going to replace them with my own medium. Yeah, but overall, it's a beautiful plant. I'm actually very happy and proud to get this plant. I already have one in my collection, but this is a little bit larger than the one that I have right now. And as this grows, so I think I mentioned that silver Mamei philodendron, they're actually a climber. They're not the regular Mamei, which I'm going to show you. This is my regular Philodendron Mamei. The difference between them would be obviously the silver Mamei. It's a little bit more striking with the silver vein, whereas the regular Mamei is a little bit more settled, a little bit more green, but it still have that beautiful silver velvety striking on the leaves. And it is a crawler, as you can see right here. And my baby just putting out a new leaf soon. I just repotted her. She's a very, very quick grower. Putting out all these aerial roots right here, which, I mean, I could chop it and then propagate it, but I don't think I'm going to do that now, just because I still want her to grow a little bit bigger before I chop her down. This pot, a fun story, is that it's actually not supposed to be, it's actually not a pot. It's one of those cover that you put on top of your seeds to create that moisture and humidity and temperature. But you know, it's beautiful. I mean, it's not beautiful, but it's transparent, and that is such a trend now. All the see-through pots are hitting the market like crazy. So, you know, I saw the potential, and it has like a little hole down at the bottom here. So, you know, I saw the potential, and then I decided to give it a go, and it worked. So, you know, it's always nice to be innovative and then testing and try things out, because you never know, it may work eventually. But yes, I think that is all for today. Thank you and have a lovely day. Bye. See you next week.